A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
So yeah, I figured I'd redo this because one, it didn't quite save. That's the first sign. Yeah, for one, it didn't save because, you know, my stream was lagging at that point and I didn't really know how to fix it. And for two, I just figured I'd save it, like rerun it again, because I wanted to enjoy it again, because this game seems fun and enjoyable. And can you hear me?
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
It's all good. Yes, I redo
Inside the
it,
mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Okay. Yeah, I just figured I'd redo it, just hopefully it doesn't lag as much. If it does lag again, I'm sorry.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
So I'm planning on redoing this, so then that way you can watch it all without too much lag, and that way you can enjoy it, and I don't have to.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know, or mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Did I go down here last time? I actually don't remember.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
I don't remember.
The woods
going
around the
down
house
this
uncomfortably
time.
silent, as if they're about to say something but never do.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying not to talk as much because, you know, this is a whole story dialogue thing going on. I don't want to talk too much in it. Yeah, this is different. I didn't go this way, did I? Last time? Oh, there's different areas. Oh, okay. Yeah, last time I went down here, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, so there's different pathways, I guess.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it. As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. And as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't.
I wonder if there's different alternatives to this story. Like, could you go a different direction? Because there's different pathways already. Like, I'm replaying this and I'm already seeing different pathways, so... it makes me wonder, like, is there different areas you can say? Something to think about.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
I think there's some things that you can't change.
The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years,
Ever?
I felt like I was home.
I don't want to talk too much, but at the same time, I want to, like, explore. It's one of the few instances where this stream is not lagging, and I want to, like, enjoy everything.
But instead of a family,
I'm
there were
replaying
just
everything
memories
now,
of one.
so... I'm replaying it all, so I just want to, like, gather as much detail as possible.
Like how only
Like,
one
hey,
restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Edie told me once that every finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Curious. So yeah, there's things. There's like secrets. Well, not really secrets, but like extra information that is hidden around the house.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Yeah, I went down there last time, so.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Excuse me.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Yeah, that's an actual book. There's like actual letters there you can read. Okay. You guys want to read that? Let me know what it says.
Reading
I'm
this,
uploading this
maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
This is the crazy one.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm like, giving spoilers already.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Sorry if I'm already giving spoilers away, but like, I've played it before, so like, naturally I'm just gonna think.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Where is the gerbil, by the way? There is no gerbil. Maybe it's dead. This is a common thing in this family.
I
Things
thought about
die a
eating
lot.
Christopher, but I held back.
Hi, Christopher. You're a good fish. What else was there? I can't remember. There was something else I needed to do, but
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
I'm just giving this game the love it needs because it's underrated, honestly. It's a story-driven game and it's fun. I actually don't remember what. Was there a thing that I needed to? Yeah, I think.
I ate a lot
Yeah.
of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Meow, bitch.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
Look at me go. I'm a great pussy. Wait, is that bad to say?
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
I don't even see Mum and Dad. Where are they? Ma! Ma, I'm a cat! Ma! Ma, look at me! I'm a cat!
I jumped and I almost got her.
It's probably delusional. Probably because of
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up.
I've already done it, so like I want to speed run
And
through
suddenly,
it. As
I
fast
was
as
an
possible.
owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
You know, I just want to like get through the things that I've already done, like do the things I haven't done yet. Just so that way there's some things that I already have done and then things I...
Rabbits.
Be very quiet, I'm hunting rabbits.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up,
This kid's
and I
dark. I
didn't
know she's
chew
probably...
one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
This kid's dark, honestly. I know she's probably like delusionalizing this because like the lack of food.
A
Probably.
mama rabbit.
But like, this is messed up. This is messed. This is something a child should honestly.
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
I forgot how ridiculous this gameplay is. I can't move my camera faster. I can only move the shot.
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
There we go. I can move my camera now.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Where am I going?
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Where did it go? Where did
opened my eyes, everything had changed. Now I was a monster and I smelled people everywhere. I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't. Passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. That is something. Ah, I shouldn't have said that. That was terrible.
I got closer and closer.
God.
All my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
This kid's crazy. I'm just gonna say it right now.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Alright, one down. God knows how many, two.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Oh god, it's loading. I'm moving too quick in the story, so now
Though,
it's just loading.
when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Is this the room
Her
where
room
it's
is like
like
a museum.
really weird? It's got like a really weird bathroom.
For 500 years, the finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house. Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
I'm moving too quickly. So, like, no. It's like loading more frequently. There's Lewis, yeah. I don't think we found Lewis.
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Look at her, she looks so nice. Kinda looks like the queen. Yeah,
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
This bathroom is horrible. Like, I'll say it once and I'll say it again. This bathroom is a menace to society and needs to be burned to this day. Like, it is horrible.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time. Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Just making sure I've got everything under check. Is that a... yeah, that's a paddle. Alright then. That's a bed. Oh, it's a bed with a construction hat. This is what's great about replaying a game. Again, you just like, there's some things you miss in like games. And like when you replay it, you find like a secret thing or like something interesting, and it just like, I won't say it like improves the game, but it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice finding like a little secret when you like replay the game.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
How would anyone like squeeze through this? I just think there's like at least like 70-year-olds.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Yeah, there's like at least a few people like in this house that are like ages of 70 and over, and like a few of them are like using these secrets to like get around the house.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Just crazy to think about.
I knew Grandpa Sam
Crazy
had a
to think
twin,
about, like,
and that he never talked about him.
it's just like crazy to think about in a way. Like all these secret hatches and stuff.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly. But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Hall of Fame.
I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
The wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing. After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Hear it, but at the same time I don't want it like too loud so you can hear it.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Where does this go? I didn't go here last time, did I?
Edie's father Odin built the original house. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
This is new. I didn't go down here last time.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Is this new information? I'm guessing it's just like a way to get back in case you wanted to. Just for like more information, I guess. Can I go back? Yes, I can. Okay. For a minute there, I thought I had to go all the way around again. But no. It's all good.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Yeah, there's like browsers and stuff. I didn't want to go back. God damn it. Let's try that again. Didn't happen. That secret hole was just there the entire time. Jesus.
I never thought about how hard it
Nobody's
must have been
secret
for her
holes.
afterwards.
Some of these secret like holes and stuff, not really like too
Of all the
secretive,
stories people
I
wrote
would
about
say.
Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Huh.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale.
Oh, weird.
Inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh yeah, the
She
Halloween
found
music
Rick's
was
crutch
I
and
completely forgot
imagined
about
the
that.
worst.
Am I gonna get a copyright strike for this? Please say I don't. I can't go judge literally
The
about the
gang's
game.
leader
Okay,
is the
I'm gonna have
infamous
to let
Hookman
speak
killer,
with this.
Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled.
I'm gonna speed
and
through
grew
this.
still.
I don't know if I'm gonna get a copyright strike
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep
Is he
watching
blind?
the late
I
picture show.
honestly can't tell.
Hours later,
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Is the music kicking? Yeah, it is. I gotta run.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a
Yeah,
hand.
that's very cool.
Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And the irony was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another one.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
This feels
Hadn't been
really
opened
good.
in years. The
Okay,
hinges
okay,
grow. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Hey, a skeleton. Why am I walking so slow? Can't hit the skeleton, that sucks.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Oh, a door. I wonder who that could be. Have a look.
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Alright, we're at the part where I left off last time, so that's good. We're making progress.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
So yeah, this was just a way to get back and then play the music off. And then open up the basement and see what's up. Yeah. I've also just realised I've got a text message from someone. That's great. I love getting messages from people. I'm just gonna say hello to them. Hello, white earth. Weird. Music. Yeah. A music box sounds familiar, I just don't remember where it's from. It does sound familiar though.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Okay, this has got to be the most stupid secret. Who puts a secret door in a fridge? It's dumb. And it's dark. Oh boy, oh god, that is dark. That is
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter
dark.
had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Oh, that was great.
But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
The controller vibrations are a little...
Even a monster
scary, honestly.
on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here. I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
that's just sad. He's got like a little picture of the outside. That's sad. That is sad. That is actually sad. Oh boy. So I'm a little confused. Did he like make a tunnel? Or did he like break the wall?
Maybe she was
like,
afraid
there
I'd
was
end
a
up like
tunnel
Walter.
behind it? Alright, I'm gonna like stay here for a second. Did he like break through the wall and then there was a tunnel leading to a train rack? And that's what
But if
killed
she
him?
never told me
Or
about
was
an
the tunnel
uncle
like
under
right
the
next
house,
to a train rack and
I can only imagine what else
I
she
guess
was
we'll
hiding.
find out, won't we?
I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Where am I going? Where am I right now? There was another area I could have gone to.
Now that there's
kind
only
sad
one of
that I
us
didn't.
left. Or maybe two.
Yeah, it just leads me to this train track.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself. And found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Holy sh... Holy sh... Oh my god. Wait, so the train just like broke, like the train railed? Oh, okay, that's crazy.
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
We're on a beach now, that's great.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
I'm guessing I'm pregnant. I said this before in the previous stream, but it was lagging so much I don't think anyone heard me. But I'm pretty sure I'm pregnant right now.
And the history
And
you're
I'm
a part
writing all
of.
this for my kid. That moon is beautiful right now. And yes, I did call it a moon. Like a weirdo. Well, I'm kind of
Though, to be
disappointed.
honest, I feel as
honestly.
lost
There was
as
a
you probably
pathway
do
in
right
Walter's
now.
like little basement area I could have gone to. I don't know where it went to, but I wanted to go see where that went to.
I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Are there any secrets? I don't think I can move that well because, you know, pregnant. But still, like, just like making sure there's nothing I'm missing too much of. Where do I go? Exactly. This way? No. This reminds me of one game. I can't remember what it's called. I think it was called like Oxen Free or something. But like, it was like a free-to-play game. It was pretty good actually. I might that one though, because it was actually a really fun game. I got like, there's like multiple endings to that like game, and I only got like one ending.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
weird way to open a gate, but oh well. I'm in the house. Curious. So, okay, I'm a little confused. Did they just like build this? So I know their great grandfather, something like that. Great grandfather, I think that's right. Something like that.
I think we've been surrounded by death
they
for
had
so
enough.
long, we've just gotten used to it.
They had enough, like, a lot of their families died. So they just said, screw it, we'll go to a different place. They came here only to, like, die, and only 2 survived. Ben and Edie, right? They made this house. Edith is the character I'm playing. Her mother seems to be overprotective, because I'm pretty sure the mum knows about this like test thing on how like pretty easy. So like to prevent
What kind of
this,
family
she,
finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Good question. But she's probably like tried to be overprotective just to like prevent any deaths, but in that sense, being overprotective of like your kids ended up killing your kids to a degree.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Oh my god, there's a pet Sarah. No, Bailey! Bailey's such a fun name!
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Edie, Finch, Finch. 2010, Jesus. 1917 as well, that's a decent age, honestly. I'm not gonna do the math for that. I'm not about to do math on my own show. I'm not doing that. There's Calvin, who lived for 11 years, that's crazy. Molly, who lived for 10. Walter, who lived for 2005, Jesus. 50, 60 years-ish. 1960? Wait. 16... Was she 16 years old? Was she actually like 16 years old? 16,
I'm
17
sure
years
Odin's
old when she
monument
died?
had been
That's
Edie's idea.
sad.
My mom was always trying to move
dying
on,
when
but for
you're
Edie,
like
the
10 or
past
11,
never went
that's
away.
sad too, but like 16, that's like you're nearly. That's kind of sad. I mean, a lot of these guys are dying like early ages and stuff, but still.
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
You could see it. Are you on about that, like... Is that a boat? It looks like a boat. I can't tell.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
There's a thing there. Was there anything else I needed to look at, or was that it? Okay, there's something over
Edie's
there,
side
but
was
I don't
always
think
easier
I'm
for me to
gonna get
understand.
that.
But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough
Margaret.
to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Gregory, Sam. 1987. Oof. Gus. It's like a little bench. Oh. That's kind of sad. I'm gonna lie.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
I wonder. What would you? All right, this is a question for every one of you out there. What would you want to die with? Like, what would you like to die? Like, death is something like controversial. It's scary, but it's gonna happen. So, like, if you could choose how you would die, and you could bring something with you, what would you bring? What would you bring? Me, I think I would have like a Viking funeral, and just like I'd bring my teddy. This is a little tangent, but I have a teddy that I used to have when I was like about 6, 7, 5-ish, something like that. And I still have it to this day. And I think if I die, I would have like a Viking funeral and just like have that teddy with me.
But looking back on it now.
So what would you guys have? What would you guys have?
If she told me
Like,
there was
what
going to
death
be
would
so
you
much
have?
climbing.
What death would you have and what would you bring
I
with
never
you?
would have come when I was
Because,
22 weeks pregnant.
Oh yeah, she is pregnant. 22 weeks pregnant. Jesus! Oh, that's crazy. Hoping this baby don't die. But yeah, if you could choose how to die, and you could bring anything with you, what would you bring? Is that an American? Yeah, it is. An American flag. We're in America, boys. Land of the free. Where do I go? Oh, there's a ladder right here.
I never met
Obvious way is
but
obvious.
I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense.
I'm gonna do 2 hours. I'm enjoying this game way too much, so I'm gonna do like 2 hours.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
Shouldn't we be leaving?
Just want to get a shot of you, Dawn, then we can take off.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Smile, Dawn. Okay, got it.
Odin.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
Nothing quite like being outside.
I
I'm just saying,
dialogue.
I'm not always gonna be
Didn't
here,
even know I
Don.
could do that.
You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map. Let's see. Maybe. Or was it? It could have been.
Can't be like something, right? Maybe the socks. Maybe the tent. I don't know. What do I photograph? Oh, the clock
You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
I'm wasting more film on you. I don't care. Jeez, I don't know. And I stopped here. Gotta be like something I need to like, but I don't know what it is. I'm gonna give someone an epileptic seizure because of this like flashing white light every now and again. I'm sorry for anyone that's watching this and can't handle bright lights easy. I kinda lost, not gonna lie, Chief. I'm very lost at the moment. I don't know what I need to take a photo of. Anything up there? You? Probably something? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what this game wants from me. I'ma Google it. Hold on. I'm just gonna Google it real quick. And I'll look up a YouTube walkthrough. I don't. Hold on. It's fine, okay. I genuinely don't know why I need to take a picture of. This may be me being like small brain right now, but like I don't know. Oh wait, I've got plastic. Okay.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
I found it. I just had to look at a YouTube video. Is it funny that I literally Googled a walkthrough of this game because I didn't know what to take a picture of? Is that hilarious? I feel like if... Oh man. That is small brain right there. That is dumb. That's just dumb me right there.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
Picture you, good.
I'm over here, Dad.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Shoot the deer.
Now keep yourself squared up. Now, great shot, Dawn!
Oh shit. Yo, my daughter crying. I'm gonna take a wicked selfie.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Okay. Proud dad. Wait, did I wasted 10 minutes, didn't I? I wasted like 10 to 20 minutes on that because I couldn't find what I was trying to photograph. Oh my god, I am an idiot. Oh, I am an idiot. It went dark. It's nighttime right now. That's how dumb I am.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
I guess he got what he deserved. He did kill a lot of animals, I'm guessing. I don't really agree with hunting animals. I mean, I'm not a vegan. I'm just gonna say it right there. I'm not a vegan. I don't eat plants. But like, I wouldn't say I agree with hunting animals. Like, if I ever hunt an animal, I don't think I'll like.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
I probably would shoot it, but like, I'd put it down first. Even still, I don't think I would. I don't think I would actually like hunt an animal. That seems inhumane in a way. I don't think I would ever do that. Who knows? Maybe in the future I might, but like, I don't think I'd do that. Also, this is a horrible baby gate. Like, this like, the baby living in here could easily use this gate. Like, that's a terrible, terrible baby gate.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw. What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin.
Oh god. Oh, it's alive.
Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw. It sure made him happy.
Got the wheel. Yeah, baby! I got the wheel! Now what? I'm kinda confused. Oh god! Oh, that's
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
now what? Oh no, is he gonna drown?
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything. But I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
That's horrible. That is a horrible way to go home. Oh no, that's horrible. Well, 1, 2, 3. We only have 4 left. Damn. It's kind of crazy. Oh, that is a horrible way to go.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Really, he died of drowning. Kites go.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Keep getting messages. Why is everyone texting me? Why am I having a social life? Stop it. I don't want that. I don't want a social life right now. Busy streaming. Wait, where am I? Oh, there. Okay.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here.
Alright.
But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Yeah, it's called humans. As if you're not the same species, you are in fact an alien. Sorry to break it to you, kid, but you are in fact alien.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
Yeah.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
One, two, three. I've only got 3 left. That's interesting. Am I gonna complete this game in under 2 hours?
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later.
Oh god. I have a phobia of heights. This is not working out for me.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Didn't mean to do that. So sorry. Alright, there's gotta be a secret to get in here, right? Oh wait, it's just literally opening windows. Really secret. Nice elevator.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
What do I do? Oh.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom
just like
definitely
the fact
blamed
that like
Edie,
every
but
single room had a
I think
secret
Lewis blamed
area,
himself.
and then Milton's just
After he
literally
graduated,
opening
he
a
just
window.
spent more and more time in his room.
Simple
Until
but
Mom got him a
effective.
job at the cannery.
A simple, but a simple way to get in, but an effective way to get in. Where do I go? Oh. Who would have thought? More windows. When in doubt, open a window. Seems to be the only way to get in anywhere.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
How cool would it be to live in a boat inside of a massive house? That seems quite bizarre, and I love it.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to
Oi. Down there.
wander.
Oh, I'm playing two different games.
I asked him to describe it.
Oh, this is difficult. Hold on. I have to like control two different
He said he
things
started
at
small,
times.
imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Utopia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor.
Get a little stuck because they do different things at once.
And he won.
Really hard.
They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a handsome queen. The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her electric sitar. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
I'm just gonna pull this bit. I can't be asked to hurt the fish anymore. It's getting a bit too complicated.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
A little tiny doll right next to the big one.
The began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker. He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Oh, I guess
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him. His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him. Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Excuse me. Is there a secret? Oh, I have to go this way. I'm alright with going.
On the way back from
2
Lewis's
hours
funeral,
long.
my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Yeah? Hold on. Someone wants me. I am needed. I should get a shower. I think I'll shower. I should get one. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do after the stream. To have a shower. Brush my teeth and go to bed. That's my plan. It is very late. I've got like 20 minutes left. Is that enough
What
time
happened that
to
night had been coming
do
for a
this
long
last
time.
one? I'm pretty sure it is.
Maybe it should have come sooner.
Again, I'm okay with like running over 2 hours just to like end it.
But it had to
It
end one way or
doesn't look
another.
like there's much left of this story.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith. Oh wait, this is mine. This is my bed.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
the power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
This one?
I started seeing things.
I don't think it matters which direction I go.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
Kind of funny how like the great
Things I
ancestor
can't
just
explain,
bought the house.
but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone.
Oh, man.
The last finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes and appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
That was a good end. That was really good, actually. Can't believe it took me like only 2 hours to finish the story. Kinda sad, honestly. It was good. It was real good. Maybe if my stream wasn't lagging as much as last time, I probably would have finished it earlier. But, I'm glad I did finish it today. It was a short game, but a good game. You know, games can be long, short, somewhere in between. Doesn't mean they're bad games, not by a long shot. They can be amazing games. Oh yeah, the end is here. Oh man, I love this game. This game was fun. Enjoyed it a lot. Now I kind of just want to fall in my bed and go to bed. Never wake up. What? The kid's name? Is that Edith's kid's name? Johan? Johan? Whatever. There's 10 achievements to this game. What are the other ones? Look in all the peepholes and telescopes long enough to hear Edith's commentary. Take both paths to the house. Let the drunken sailor finish his song. Clear all balls off the pool table. Knock all the letters off Gregory's name in the bathtub. Play Calvin's story again. Take a picture of the rabbit outside of Finch National Park. Wow. There's only 10 achievements, so if you guys want to go play this game, get those achievements. By all means, go ahead. I ain't gonna stop you. How many people, like, made this game? It's crazy to think. There's not many... We don't even get to know when Edith died. It doesn't say when she Lewis Finch. The Edith Finch team. The end. Wow. Yeah, we get like dates of like when they all died, but we don't get Edith's. So we don't know when Edith died. That's crazy. That is crazy. When you think about it, Edie, the old grandma, outlived most of these people. That's kind of sad to think about. Like, the 80-year-old grandma outlived most of these people. Kinda funny, not gonna lie. But that has been what remains of Edith. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this, let me know, and we'll always want to do more. This was fun. This was a good way to end the stream. You know, end the week streams. So, thank you guys. Stay frosty. And, if you want any more, like, story-driven games like these, let me know. I'm always willing to do them. But this is the Icy Weaver saying goodbye because I'm tired. I want to get a shower, I want to brush my teeth, and I want to go to bed. So I'll see you all later. Stay frosty and goodbye.